The year is 2015, and we're going to break down Pay the Ghost. Coughing into my intro. That's okay. Oh, the curtain. The curtains. The curtains. My keys. My name is Brian Lee. To my left is
Brandan.
To my right is
Christopher Lee.
the beer we are drinking that I spent painstaking minutes to chill for the episode. Wait, should we talk about?
Yes. Yeah. So before recording, we go get beers, for the episode and stuff. And so I went and got my beer. Brian went and got a beer.
Separately on your own.
On our own. I come home, put my beer in the fridge. Brian shows up a little bit later, pulls beer out. I'm like, oh, that looks very familiar. Same beer.
And it's the same weird beer. It's not like you both got Coors Light or something.
Exactly. That's
And we found out we went to the same store.
same store together.
I know that part.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
So then later when we went to go get another 4-pack, we show up, both of us, to the same store, and the guy's like, you don't know that beer? But yes, today's beer is Celery Sour, a play on words from celery sour. Sour ale with celery seeds, and salt from Pipeworks Brewing Company. 1 pint. Oh, this one. So either it's going to be really good or really bad.
Do you like celery?
But that's the thing. Like, celery doesn't really have a...
It's... Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I got the saltiness.
Yes, I know. It
It ends with saltiness. It's like celery salt.
Yes.
Yeah, it tastes like celery salt. But like with a little bit of sour, like in the right in the beginning. Right in the beginning.
Ooh, I like that new character.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would be good with a hot dog.
beer brats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, hot dog.
You're wrong. Oh, this is real. I like it.
What's the brewery? Oh, Pipeworks. Okay.
That's tasty. It's tasty.
Blocky words?
Yes. There are. So, according to IMDb, this is what Pay the Ghost is about. They're pretty not great. Father-son relationship.
Okay.
Followed up by mother-son relationship. Followed by husband-wife relationship.
Oh boy.
And lastly, cop and bus.
Cop and bus.
Like together?
No.
Oh, cop. Okay.
Bus.
Okay.
Bus, like
Yeah.
bus,
Yeah.
not bust.
Like
Correct.
auga.
Oh, yeah. No, like bus, city bus.
Wait, what's the ooga?
Like a woman's bust.
Oh!
Thank you. You saved me because I was just like, I like making noises.
I thought you were talking like an old,
No, I was like, you said honk honk. I'm like, auga.
like an old school, like a horn.
That's where I was going. And then Chris made me sound a lot smarter than I was. That's awesome.
Brand, do you recommend Pay the Ghost from 2015 that we are talking about right now on this podcast, drinking with this celery sour beer?
Coming in hot.
Furthermore,
oh god,
go ahead.
I recommend this with a group of people, not by yourself. I couldn't. It was very hard to watch, but there were parts where I like. Okay, so I'm trying to think.
Right now?
Yeah. Sorry.
Brian, do you recommend this film? Pay the Ghost. It is a horror movie, which I don't think we said.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say, as of right now, no.
Okay.
Upon discussing it, I might change my mind, but I'm gonna say no right now.
Yeah.
Christopher?
No, would not recommend at all.
The only reason I say group
Right.
is because the part where remember the Nick Cage is like, oh hey Mike, like call him back. He's like, oh good night. Like that part. Remember at the end when I'm trying to remember. Like it's all like fuddled in my head for some reason because it wasn't good. Probably.
Yeah.
But there were parts where I was like, oh, that's funny. That'd be funny to watch with a group of people.
Right.
Because after like you mentioned it that one time, Chris, about like, well, you go watch it with a group.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
now I'm
Group
starting to look.
setting
I'm
definitely changes
trying to look
things.
at like these things that way more now too. And let's see. Yeah, it was so like I'm trying to think of the part of it because so it was trying to be a scary movie.
Right.
It would fall flat for me the
And
entire time. It wasn't scary at all.
You can tell around what year, like the 2010s.
Yeah.
Because it's all relying on jump scares.
Yes.
So many
Yes.
fucking jump scares.
Yeah, and then it's like and then the graphic they show is like some weird like MS Paint.
Solid reference.
Yeah.
That was basically the main reason why I didn't like this film and I don't recommend it. Is I feel like it was every horror movie cliche.
Oh yeah.
From around this time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like the woman in like tattered robes that randomly points at people.
That made me
and-
laugh, actually.
Yeah, same.
Like when they're in the carnival and then like, the kid's on like his Nick Cage's shoulders.
Yeah.
And then he points the camera at this like the hooded figure and she's like, just points at him. Like,
And then there's
I giggled.
And then there's like a violin screech at the side.
Yes. Okay, so when Nick Cage, he's a professor, he comes home late at night, he puts his son to bed, he goes back and his wife is now awake. She was asleep. How did she hold like an entire conversation after just waking up?
I can do that.
I cannot
Once
do that.
I'm up.
I mean, I'm up for like a good like hour and a half before work, and I still in like 2 hours at
you're one of
work
those people.
to even,
Huh.
I hate it because I'm just like, are you kidding me? Oh, and another thing, that kid in the beginning that was in the basement, there was like, oh no, mommy.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid kid, shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
remember?
Oh, in the beginning. Oh, mother.
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
The scene that's I feel is like very much ripped off from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. Good call. What?
Excuse me.
You ever seen Inglourious Bastards?
I might have watched
Quentin
like
Tarantino?
started it, and I was like, I don't know.
Dude, that's probably one of my favorite Tarantino movies.
I don't even think I even watched it.
I'd agree with that.
So good.
I should watch it. I watched Hateful Eight. I was okay.
On Netflix? Or the
Before it was on Netflix.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. I haven't seen it on Netflix.
Yeah,
I hear it's like
Longer.
super long.
I mean, it's long in theaters.
It's long.
It's
It's long.
even
Yeah,
longer.
I remember it being
That's
long.
what's called Hateful Eight. Even longer.
Yeah,
right.
So
I go ahead.
You said Nick. So we're at the beginning. Nick Cage is a professor.
yeah,
And the movie takes place around Halloween. So is he reading like a Lovecraft like poem or story or something?
Yes. Yes.
yeah. It's some. Yeah, it's one
Some,
of those people saying, yeah,
poem or whatever.
Yeah.
But then so he finishes it. And then he's like, oh, so when you're out trick-or-treating, remember Lovecraft and Poe and yada yada. And he goes, happy Halloween. And then the class is like,
yeah.
That trope in movies drives me nuts, and I think it's all because of Dead Poets Society, where it's like is that Dead Poets Society?
Dead Poets Society.
With
That's a
Robin Williams, right? Or no?
I don't
Wait,
know.
what's the Robin?
I don't think that
Captain,
was
my
Dead
Captain.
I don't know.
So
Good Morning Vietnam.
No.
Work 'em Mindy.
No, but it's like the teacher who like goes above and beyond, and like he's really reaching out to these kids.
Yeah.
because like that whole thing where like the kids are like,
Yeah.
But I don't understand people, but
They applauded after he said happy Halloween. Not like, and I'll stand up for student rights.
Right.
No,
Yeah, it's like, Halloween.
yeah.
and most of
they're
their
college kids.
We're too old to go trick or treating.
and they're all college kids with really lame costumes.
Oh yeah.
Like one was like a beauty queen, and then one had just like cat ears in. I'm like, wow, you guys are even trying.
That kid's eye patch. I thought it was real at first, and then I saw his eye. I'm like, oh, yeah. I was like, because I wasn't really like looking at the kid when I was watching the movie. I'm like, I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a long one. And then all of a sudden, I see the kid's eye. It was open. I'm like, it was just like I didn't expect it.
Were iPhone batteries that terrible back in the day?
I don't think so.
Why can he not keep his phone charged?
In fact, if I remember correctly, cell phone batteries used to be better.
Right.
Because they weren't always like on the internet.
Right,
and
you
shit.
weren't always using apps and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Maybe he's terrible at charging it.
I wrote, ha ha ha. What was that at the carnival? I don't remember why I
The
wrote
goal
that.
pointing.
Yeah, it's probably that. Yeah. And then after that, I wrote, "This is trying to be." It was probably that because I wrote, "This is trying to be creepy."
Right.
And that's what makes me see. Now I'm starting to roll to the don't even bother watching it at all. You guys are really pushing me because I'm really thinking like. I remember watching it, like, maybe didn't laugh out loud, but I'm like, well, that'd be funny if you drank with a group of people, but I'm like, no, it really wouldn't.
No, there's some funny.
Well, but maybe not enough to warrant a viewing.
I mean,
like-
unless you're really hammered.
Yeah.
That carnival, it's like a rave almost.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's just really busy.
I don't think it would be suitable for a kid that age who's 7.
Right, yeah, no.
Yeah, that I agree with.
Yeah.
And the reason I know he's 7 is because
They say it multiple times.
When he loses him, he like turns to the cop. He's like, "Have you seen my son?" And the cop's like, "Did you try calling him?" He's like, "He's 7." I'm like, I agree.
So, what, I had the thought that was an actual cop, right? Not someone in a police uniform, like a police
I didn't even
costume.
think about that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even.
He was super unhelpful. So I was like, wait, is that a guy just in a police costume?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, and the one cop, so that finally showed up to help, he was very accusatory
Yeah.
in the
Is that a
beginning.
word?
Yeah, of course it is. Accusatory.
We'll go with it.
That's all I got.
No. Yeah, well, he's like, "Girl, all we know is you,
Right, exactly, yeah.
lots of bad things happen when you're around."
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I was like, what was that with that lady noise in the tunnel?
Oh, dude, that's what I was going to bring up.
I'm like, what is this? Is stupid.
So before the kid disappears, he's like, "Can we pay the ghost?" And then he disappears.
Yeah.
That's a reoccurring theme, whatever. And then all of a sudden, later on in the movie, Nick Cage sees this building that says "Pay the ghost," so he decides to go in this warehouse. And there's that noise. Well, first he runs into homeless Rob Zombie, old dreadlock guy, who wears the sunglasses, which it's clearly a wig.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so like while he's down there, it's the noise.
It's just like a woman screaming with
yeah.
loud reverb.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone cover your fires.
Here's the thing. Emmett, our dog, did not like that noise. He's just like passed out. And he's just like, I'm like, it's okay, buddy. It's a stupid movie. Yeah, no, the dog did not like
Me
it.
too, boy. Me too.
When they're back up, or no, I think it's when the mom. Who was it? I think the mom was alone at the house, and all of a sudden, like the scooter.
Yes.
I started laughing because
Me too.
all I could think of was like the scooter, like not as a scooter, but as like a really skinny robot. 'Cause it just like tumbles over.
Yeah, and it like when it fell, it was sitting there, and it almost was like an edit cut. Did you notice that? Like when it was because it kind of stopped, and then it looked like it was a weird kind of edit to make it fall. It was very strange. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of weird. When that noise, when she heard the noise, I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe it's gonna be something kind of creepy, and then it ended up being the scooter, and that was just like, come on.
Speaking of non-likable characters,
All of them?
the medium.
Dude, I was like, man, this
How
is the
long is
little.
she in this movie? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, she's barely in it.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be the little lady from the Poltergeist.
Oh,
That would have been awesome. Well, I'm sure they, if she was alive, I don't know if she's alive anymore.
No.
That would have been great though. Like this house. What did you say? Is clean or clear? I don't remember.
Or
But
cleansed?
yeah, cleansed. I don't know, but it's. I like that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, very good movie.
When the wind, like, because what'd she say? She like looks out the window and she says something, and then the window like opens, and then the wind blows the medium lady into the wall.
Yes.
I'm like, take
That
that,
storm. Oh, who was Mike?
Mike.
Yeah, there was because I wrote down, "Hey, Mike," because it looked like the guy was gonna, like Nick Cage was gonna like ask him to help.
It's Nick Cage's character.
Then who said it to Mike? Someone was like, "Hey, Mike." And then, oh yeah, that's right. It was Nick Cage. Someone said his name. He turned back, like, "Oh, you're gonna like help me or something." The guy just like, "Good night," and Nick Cage was like, "Oh, okay," and he like walks away.
Yeah, because
I wish I could remember it better.
Because I remember, like, earlier in the movie, his colleague lady.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, Michael, come here.
Yeah.
Come here."
That
woman. She was terrible.
Why? Like, I don't understand why she even like had like she died. Why?
Yes.
What was the point?
I don't know.
Did she
Did you
help?
see the
The credits,
scene? Yeah. Did you watch the credits scene?
No, of course not.
Oh. Yeah,
I got angry.
because she got blown out the window. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
She got blown out the window,
Yeah.
and then apparently she landed on spikes because at the end she's like lying on spikes with all those bad CGI vultures.
Yeah.
and doesn't her eyes open
and
or
they're
something?
black and not worth it.
And then when they take who do they take to the mortuary? And they cut her open, and they find out it's all black.
That was
inside?
medium.
Oh, it's a medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, because first off, why when the coroner when he's cutting her open, why does it sound like pudding?
Oh,
Yeah, it was a weird sound effect.
It's
Yeah.
or
that
like the
was
mac and
strange.
cheese noise. It's like,
Yeah.
see, the problem I had was so he cuts her open, and then he goes to get the police officer or the police chief or
Yes.
Yeah.
someone. But he goes, "I got a real trick or treat for you."
That was solid.
Clearly, we're not all professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah. But once again, I started giggling because he's just like, "Oh, check it out." And she's burnt from the inside.
Yeah.
He's like, spontaneous combustion.
Yeah.
So whenever I hear the words spontaneous combustion, all I can think of, it was this special on Fox. And it was like super crazy.
I remember those.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So like
It's like back in the 90s, right?
yeah,
like late
yeah.
90s ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I think it was around when Independence Day came out.
Oh, what? I was gonna say 94, but that
That's
doesn't sound right.
96, I think.
Yeah.
Independence Day came out.
So I think they had like a segment on aliens and like a Bigfoot sighting, and then they did this short segment on spontaneous combustion. So it's like this highway, and they play it like it's like gas cam footage. So like they're like, so and so detective blah blah, well not detective, but lieutenant blah 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 pulls over this car and notices the suspect walking erratically around. He's like, "Sir, I'm gonna need you to go down, sir. Oh, I will comply, but I'm really hot right now." He's like, "All right, just calm down." He's like, "No, you don't understand how hot I am right now." He's like, "All right, calm." He's like, "No, I'm burning up," and then it just explodes. So, and like back in the day, I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" But now when I look back, so like whenever someone talks about like how hot they are, I'm like, "You have no idea how hot I am right now." So, spontaneous combustion, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I was thinking the photo of the chair. It's a black and white photo, and there's a chair, and it gets charred inside, and there's just a woman's foot. It's an actual, like, she really did.
I don't
Just
think
like-
that can't be real.
There are a few cases.
It can't be real.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't.
What are you gonna Google?
I'm asking-
What are you possibly gonna Google?
I'm asking Dr.
Oz? Dr.
Yeah,
Oz?
yes,
Miracle
yes.
pill?
Dr.
Yes.
Phil.
Okay. Now, spontaneous combustion is when you have no idea how hot they are right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back to the movie while I look that up. So, like, obviously, Nick Cage and his wife, they lose their kid, and then they realize, like, oh, this other family lost their kid a year later or
Right.
earlier or whatever.
Yes.
And Nick Cage is like, yeah, I found their address. Let's go visit them, which seems crazy.
Yeah.
So they go to this
This takes too
person's
long.
apartment. They knock on the door, and then, like, they realize it's open. So they just let themselves in into the stranger's home.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about this part.
Yeah. And, like, the dude is clearly, like, a meth head.
Right.
But had a meth head with, like, the most, very concise and articulate speaking.
Yes,
Right.
he was.
And then great memory.
yeah. Super great memory.
Yes. Things
yeah.
that meth heads are known for.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Whatever happened with all that?
No.
It seemed like
Basically, it was a way for Nick Cage and his wife to find out that, like, this other missing child talked about, like, phantoms and ghosts
Yeah.
before disappearing.
Like when the cop went to the Chinese restaurant,
Yeah.
and he starts talking to a lady, and then under the walk, the big fire under the eye. I'm just like, oh, come on, really?
So, yeah, because, like, they're at a Chinese restaurant or whatever, and, like, there's a giant fire in the kitchen, and then this guy takes the smallest
Rag.
washcloth. Yeah, he's just whacking it. Yeah. That made me laugh.
Whacking out the fire.
Yeah.
There's one way to put out this fire.
I love fires.
Oh God. We tried to get Rico to do it last week. He's bone dry. He's all dried out, just dehydrated. Like no more fires. Wait.
Go ahead.
Japanese restaurant.
Yes.
Rico. And I gave him some sort of Japanese. Whatever.
How'd you like all those kids? There were a lot of kids.
There was a lot of kids.
Luckily, only a few of them talked.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
You know what? I really wished that Nick Cage kind of would have played into the scene more. So like when he goes, sorry.
Yes.
So when Nick Cage, well, first off, so Nick Cage goes, he needs to find the portal to go find his kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. First off, why did the blind guy have a flashlight?
Yes.
I'm like,
Here, you'll do this more than I will. Well, why do you got it in the first place, buddy?
And didn't he have a torch too before that?
Yeah, I
pulled out a torch. So
I remember like medieval torches being around somewhere.
Yeah, that was.
But when he's walking through the sea of like captured children, he's like, Charlie, and like all the kids raise their hand.
I'm like, you're not all Charlie.
I wanted Nick Cage to be like, oh, come on.
Yeah. A perfect opportunity.
But and then he finds his kid and he's like, can we take these two kids too? They were taking the same night. I'm like, really? Well, first off,
was that what it was? They're taking the same.
Yeah, the same night.
Gotcha.
First off, I thought he was gonna say no because he's like, "There's no time."
Yeah,
and then he says, "We gotta hurry." I'm like, "Oh, he should have just totally just."
What he should have done is when he was leaving the kids and that lady starts chasing him, he should have knocked the two kids down and then took off with his kid. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Speed bump.
Yeah, like the George Costanza. Remember that? Fire. Out of the way. Knocks the whole lady over.
Or what is that? Frasier. Wooden bulldog.
Oh yeah,
with the gun. He's got a gun.
Seinfeld and Frasier. We're up to the times.
Was that must see TV? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a must see TV.
Yeah,
not TGIF.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they're like, when all the shit blows up and they're like climbing the ladder into like the other portal. So Nick Cage, hoists his kid up there, and then the kid,
I got you.
He's like, I got you, Dad. I'm like, you're doing shit.
You have nothing, kid.
You have no upper body strength.
Yeah, exactly.
And there are two other children that had already gone over the ledge. They didn't help at all.
Yeah, they just took off.
They just stood and watched.
They were there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was okay.
Because two kids are just standing there. I was like, help them.
God. I don't have any other notes.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right there.
Really quick question.
Trying to see how much time.
24 minutes.
Short
so
one.
It was,
obviously, when the kid goes missing, the wife is very angry at Nick Cage for losing the kid. So, two things. So, like, that night happens, and then it says, 1 year later.
Right.
I was like, okay, so the kidnapping happened on Halloween, so we're Halloween the next year later.
Yeah.
And then it says 3 days before Halloween.
Yeah.
I was like, no. You can't do 1 year later and 3 days before Halloween. You got to pick.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
But, but it does that flash forward. Did Nick Cage and the wife divorce?
Just separated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because once they found out that their son might be a ghost, everything was fine.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of weird when you say it, but that's really what happened.
But like, I couldn't believe how unsympathetic she was towards him. She's like, why'd you lose our son? I loved him. It's like, no, because he didn't love him. You fucking dumb bitch.
I know. I hate that kind of stuff. It pisses me off. That's my angry noise.
I know.
I'm going to make you nervous.
Trivia? Yeah.
So I could not find any trivia or box office info for this.
Oh.
Wow.
The only thing of note was this was done by Dennis Gladys.
Nope.
Basically,
He would have said Hopper. I would have been like, this movie.
Or Franz.
Yes. Oh, Dennis Franz is my ass.
That's right. What movie was that?
He did it in
the Angel
NYPD
one.
Blue.
No, he did it in a movie.
Yeah, the Angel.
And
the Angel.
yeah,
one,
that's right.
But he also did it in NYPD Blue.
Oh, really? No, that was Ricky Schroeder.
I know. I think he did it too.
What?
Wasn't that the big like hullabaloo back in the day?
Yeah, that Ricky Schroeder. And
I
also
think
they
he did
said,
it too.
They said shit or ass. They
Yeah,
said
maybe.
ass.
Ass.
There's just no.
This movie's all ass.
But Dennis Iliadis, the director, the only thing he did before this was he directed the remake of Last House on the Left.
Never saw it.
That's a hard movie, the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original
hard.
Was that
good.
Wes
Yeah.
Craven?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was his first.
I think
it
so.
was.
I like how he just like, Wes Craven?
Yeah,
His
yeah.
first?
Yeah, so no trivia, no box office. However, so on Metacritic, this movie doesn't have a very high score. On IMDb, doesn't have a very good high score. But then I looked on Amazon, and this movie actually has 4 out of 5 stars. So I was like, that's weird. So I decided to like go through some of the reviews just to see like, oh, maybe we missed something or something. So I picked out 2 reviews that I found interesting.
Both by Nick Cage.
No, one's short, one's long. I'll start with the short one first. It was actually they wrote it in 2015, so when the movie came out. This is written by Queen Pettis. 5 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
There isn't much punctuation, so I'm just gonna go through it. Several moments where you jump and scare. It keeps you glued to the screen from start finish.
Yeah.
One person found that helpful.
That's the other person who wrote the other review.
The other one, 2016, so a year later. 3 out of 5 stars. So kind of, I
Okay.
have a feeling more where we are.
All right.
Title was Almost a Really Good Movie.
Scathing review.
Entertaining in a way that a Halloween movie should be. And a good ending. Arguable. Good special effects without stealing the show.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage is always good and illustrates the suffering well. And that's the rub. This movie plays the man's fault card, and I almost turned it off completely when that became obvious.
Oh man.
It portrays men in a bad light, and I think that's a misconception that has completely run its course in Hollywood.
What?
It had no place in this movie, and it cost it 2 stars.
Oh my.
2 people found that helpful.
Gee, it sounds like the guy who already has preconceived notions and he just looks for it.
I'll create another man-hating
Yeah,
movie.
exactly.
Along with Backtrack.
What do you mean the guy didn't have?
Hey, let's go with the 90s reference.
Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. Brand, do you recommend this movie?
Now that we've talked about it.
Yeah.
No, you guys knocked me away from it.
Yes.
You guys really
Just beat you down.
Yeah, it's just it was so bad. I didn't think it was a scary movie. Like before even watching it,
Yeah.
Like I'm like, Pay the Ghost. To me, that didn't sound like a scary movie. So when I got it, I'm like, oh, it started leaning towards getting scary. I'm like, oh, is this gonna be a horror movie? But then when like all the scares, I'm like, nope, it's not.
Yeah.
So that too is.
How do you rate the beer? Celery sour.
I really liked it. I thought it was very good.
What would you rate it?
Excuse me. I would rate this 3.75.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
like the. Excuse me. The salty bit at the end.
I do not recommend the movie. And Celery Sour by Pipeworks. It's all right. I'm gonna say, I feel like it's gonna give me heartburn.
Really?
I don't know. It's because I'm drinking coffee too.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I'll say 3.5.
All right.
3.5 is like my middle of the road,
Okay.
kind of.
Do not recommend this movie. It's terrible. Terrible as a Nick Cage movie and terrible as a horror movie.
Yeah.
Not even like in a haha
Right.
kind of bad. The beer, it's nice for a change of pace. I really want to cook with it.
Yeah.
Like
after
make a
you said
chili
that.
with it
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. 'Cause yeah, it is definitely salty and celery.
Yeah.
3.0.
Man, that's pretty good for you.
Big cat. Next time is going to be the truth.
Trust.
Trust. Close enough. The trust. And we won't be drinking celery sour.
No, we got plenty of it, but
Oh, top 3. Brandon,
Came prepared.
what are your top 3? I realize we don't say this often enough. What are your top 3 Nicolas Cage movies that we've seen so far?
There you go. Mandy, Valley Girl, Drive Angry.
All right. Good movies. My top 3 so far: Mandy, Con Air, Wicker Man.
Yeah, Wicker Man's good.
So all I did, I just watched the. I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
Go.
I watched just the part on YouTube of the clip of him going, "Not the bees."
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna start leaning maybe towards recommending it just because I love that part.
And him punching Sister Beach, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have to switch back.
What was the
or,
other
like,
movie
think
where he
about it
punched a
more.
woman?
Well, he punches 2 women in.
Wicker Man.
Wicker Man.
No,
There's-
I thought we saw a movie recently where he punched a woman.
Is it Season of the Witch? Doesn't he punch a woman?
Oh, that might be it.
I feel like there's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top-
The one recently, Outcast. Remember when the kidnap and like he punched the chick that drugged him and
Yeah,
stuff?
yep.
Because I love that. It was funny because she was so happy and then just a boom.
where he has the Asian. Where he has like
Oh,
the ponytail.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
but that wasn't a Cage that punched. That was
Anakin.
Anakin. Yeah.
Top 3 Nicolas Cage movies that we've seen so far. I'd say Mandy, Drive Angry, and Vampire's Kiss.
Cool. That'll do it for this time. We'll do it again next time. No one probably has to pee, but we'll say it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, probably mostly gentlemen, best thing you can do is support us and like us and comment on each specific kind of platform that you can. If you're going to watch us on YouTube, subscribe and like us and comment. If you're going to listen to us, probably listen on YouTube and a Podcast Addict and Stitcher and like, comment, and then we'll see you then. I only got 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.